Hello everyone and welcome back to, I guess, essentially this month's special video. Today we're going to be talking about the best and the worst levels of each letter of the alphabet in Rolling Sky. So essentially, for example, like Fission is the best with an F and Foggy City is the worst with an F. That's not true, but like, you get the idea. That's what we're going to do. I'll be telling you what place they are on the tier list and what tier they would be considered in. And there's, just heads up, there's like almost no levels in C tier on this list, no levels in B tier almost. It's mostly S tier, A tier, F tier, E tier, some D tier. So with that being said, let's get into our number one, A. Alright, starting us off, the best level starting with A in the game is Amusement Park in 11th place. Literally the top S tier level with the addition of S plus tier. And just, I'm only going to be playing the good levels all the way through, not the bad ones. Unless they're in like C tier or something. Yeah, this level I really talked about how I loved before. It really gives off the vibe of an amusement park and like the craziness that goes on in it. And that's a huge reason for it being as high as it is for me. I'm a huge fan of this level. I have been ever since it came out. The thing holding it back from the top 10 is I just think it doesn't beat any of the top 10 levels. Not the fact that it's bad. It's literally not bad in any single way. I love this level and how it uses all of the routing mechanics. And I think that its bonus expands off it a little too much. Not to say that its bonus is bad. It's also S tier. However, this level is like significantly better. And I just love everything this level does too. As well as the soundtrack. Soundtrack just really also embodies the amusement park, and I really love that. Just embodies that energy. Whoops. But yeah, I don't have too much more to say about this level anyway. Other than the fact that it is just a really solid level, and I've talked a lot about this before as well. In last place for A, I am aware this is Lost City, is Alone 2. In 234th place in F tier, and by the way, there are only 234 levels in the game. So, yeah, least favorite level, I've explained why in so many videos. Hate the soundtrack, hate the routing, blah blah blah, worst level in the game. Of course it's going to be the worst A. The best B level in S plus tier, and 7th place in the game, we have Battle Bastion. In my last video, a special video, I specifically stated that Battle Bastion is falling in my rankings, and it's actually risen, which is kind of funny. Honestly, yeah, I take back what I said in the last video. I don't think this level is in any danger of falling out of the S tier. After replaying it a bit, I totally disagree with what I said. Not as much as I disagree about what I said about Fireworks soundtrack being top 15, but yeah. This level is iconic. It started the Deeper Dive series. It has all of the runways. It does everything right in terms of its routing. And I am 100% for this level, still staying in the S plus tier. And like I said, it actually moved up a place. Because not Desolate Area. Delusion Circle actually fell down at least, I think, 5 spots. It's still in the S plus tier, but it is now 9th place in the game. And I mean, that literally caused this list to change, because another level, you could probably guess which, I accidentally said it, is now on this list because I had to move that one down. So it's actually kind of interesting how that happened. Anyway, for this level, amazing soundtrack, one of the best soundtracks in the game, like either the 3rd or 4th best in the game at this point. It used to be my favorite before Magic House and Time Memory. Wow, I almost said Time Machine. I mean, that was a good soundtrack too, though. Yeah, I really just don't play this level as often as I used to, and I'm really sad for that, because I really love, like, everything about this level. It is a very solid level, and, yeah, just iconic. Very happy to have it on this list, because I feel like I don't get to talk about it much anymore. Even, like, back in the day, I went, like, out of my way to literally glaze this level so much. But yeah, that is Battle Bastion. This is probably not the level you guys expected for the worst B, but it is Birthday Party in 198th place and D tier. Yeah, I didn't even expect this level to be on this list, to be honest. But it is the worst B level, and after looking at the next B level, which I forgot what it was, I was 100% like, oh yeah, I'm not moving that above that. This is by far the worst. And I mean, it just comes down to routing and the sound. I mean, I like the soundtrack, but like the routing, the decoration, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the 4th anniversary levels. I mean, they're a lot better than the 3rd anniversary levels, but I think the ninth and 10th anniversary levels are just 10 times better. Even the 7th anniversary level, 8th anniversary levels are not better. But I mean, still, yeah, it just comes down to a routing aspect, and this level just doesn't excel in that. You guys are never gonna guess the best CU level in the game. Wow, Chess Fortress, S+ tier, my favorite level in the game, best level in the game. Of course, it's gonna be number 1 here. I really don't need to elaborate this. I elaborate like so much why this is my favorite level. Go back and watch like any older video of me with Chess Fortress, and you'll understand why it's my favorite level. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we have Clown Park in 231st place, bottom of F tier, the 4th worst level in the game. And yeah, that's just like routing. It's awful. Soundtrack's pretty bad. Hate the decoration. Hate the way they chose to theme this level by not changing the theme at all. It's a 1 star. There's so many negatives of this level. I can't think of a singular positive. As previously mentioned, the best D level in Rolling Sky is Desolate Area. In 5th place, S+ tier, 5th best level in the game. Yeah, this level has an excellent soundtrack, like very good. And I honestly think it's routed quite well for a 2-star as well. This, in my opinion, is the best 2-star level in the game. It was Delusion Circle, but you know, it got moved down. I guess I can explain why the Delusion Circle got moved down because in this section, because I kind of talked about this level a lot in previous videos. Delusion Circle has a very easy route. It's a little bit too easy sometimes. And I feel like the only reason I put it up there is A, because it was related to Magic House, which we will see later on this list, spoiler. And also because the soundtrack is just a really big banger. That one I could see moving out of S+ tier and getting replaced with Amusement Park, but that is like the only level that I could actually see that being possible with. But we will only see in the future with that one. As for this level, very solid decoration, very solid idea, very solid concept. Love the mine theme here, just like in Westland. They did it quite well. I really wish we would actually see a bonus of this level, or like a bonus, like a tertiary bonus with this theme, because I think it would actually complete the trilogy, and all 3 levels would be an S tier. Because if you didn't know, Westland is also an S tier for me. But you know, this is honestly a really solid level, and I love the build up with the soundtrack at the end. Every single part of this level feels like honestly really good. And like I will always mention, this weekly match was phenomenal. Definitely my favorite ever. If the basketball were to get a weekly match though, and destroy it, devil emoji, that would be my favorite. Love the soundtrack at the end here, by the way. Probably the best part of the soundtrack in my opinion, either that or the mine part. But yeah, very solid level, and I guess this level could have been harder, but I'm not even gonna gripe with that because this is in my top 5 in the entire game because it's just so good. Desolate Area, best D level in Rolling Sky. Let's see what the worst one is. In D tier and 200th place, we have Digital Matrix. This one might also be a surprising one. It was also very surprising to me. It's just kind of bad. Like, I've never enjoyed this level personally. Same thing with Microchip. I enjoy this level less than Microchip, so it's just gonna be lower in the D tier, like naturally. The song is just to me. It's just pretty forgettable. One of the most forgettable levels in the game, like also in the Cheat Mobile era. So it's one of those 2019 levels I just forget they exist oftentimes. Yeah, Digital Matrix, I guess. This is a controversial one, but the best E level in the game is Emerald City, in 27th place on the tier list in S tier. I've seen so much hate for this level, and I think people that hate it are just uncultured in the game. No offense, but like, this is honestly just such a like, it's phenomenally done, honestly, in my opinion. I don't think the routing is really even that weird, and I think the music is so much better than people give it credit for. Maybe it's just because I like classical music and I perform it sometimes, but I don't know. It's just kind of interesting fact. But still, I love the routing of this level. I had been like urging for a 5-star bonus for so long when this came out. I was so excited, and they pulled it off like honestly, quite well. And this level and the Wizard of Oz are literally right next to each other on the tier list because I think their levels are just almost completely the same. Granted, the Wizard of Oz is ahead of this level on the tier list by 1 spot, but like, who really cares? And now that we have Moda Feast, which we will not see on this list, I'll just tell you that right now, because there is one better level than it, starting with M. Moda Feast is 13th place. They also pulled off a 5-star bonus there. Maybe I'm just a sucker for 5-star bonuses because every single 5-star bonus in the game, with the exception of Mechanical Power, is in S tier for me. I don't know. I just always love them. The violin here and the piano just sounds so good, in my opinion, and I've always just loved the decoration of this level. The like fast-pacedness of this level is unmatched in I feel like with this decoration style and music type. It's just so interesting how they decided to do it. I think the ball speed could have been a little bit faster, and I do admit that I very much overrated this level when it came out, but it's still a banger, and one of my favorites to actually come back to. So yeah, to all the haters, don't listen to the haters. But the worst level, starting with E, technically, 8 bits, 8 starts with an E, is 8 bits. And 214th place, and E tier, ironically. This level is just annoying for a 1-star. At least Delight Tune is not annoying for a 1-star. That one was also close to making the list. It was the 3rd best D level in the game. But this level is just, like, the soundtrack is probably one of the worst F777 soundtracks in the game. I think Kung Fu is the worst, in my opinion. And then, like, the obstacles are the only thing saving this level because I really love the obstacles and, like, the concept here. But, like, the routing is awful. The mystery boxes kind of suck. They shouldn't have been included in 1-stars, like, with the exception of Delight Tune because it actually did it well. So, yeah, just overall, just kind of a sucky level. So, unlike I said in the intro, the best F level in the game is Foggy City, in 24th place and in the S tier. This level is honestly peak. Like, it's such a fun level. Love the like filter themes and how they use them. And even though this level came out in 2024, it still holds up quite well today. And Vision was close to getting this spot, however, it did not take it. Yeah. Honestly, much better than Phantom Thief. Love the soundtrack. I've seen a little bit of hate on the soundtrack, which is very interesting. I saw a lot of hate initially for this level, but now I see a lot of love for it, so I guess this level just grew on people. They even uses, like, Underground Floor and all of the, like, fun stuff here, like, for this crown. It's very interesting. Not a level I come back to quite often, though. I will say that. Just kind of interesting. This is definitely the best part of the soundtrack, in my opinion, and the best part of the route. I love this part of the route. I feel like this level could have been a little bit more fast-paced, but that's my only, like, grudge with this level, I guess. Still, love what they did. 15 gems was also a good decision here because the main level also had that. And we even go back into the filter theme, and we have a bunch of, like, actual fog, which is a very good design element choice on their part. Yeah, very solid. A 4-star bonus is also generally a good thing to be, in my opinion. Like, a 3-star or 4-star bonus is generally good, otherwise you can get, like, forgotten. I also love this crown too, it's very fun. I just love that we use, like, the underground mechanic, and there's music sync and all that. I was a decently big fan of Phantom Thief when it came out, so I'm a much bigger fan of this level. I might move down a little bit in the following weeks or months, but it will never fall out of S tier, and that's 100% guaranteed. And yeah, that's Foggy City. The third crown is very complex, just like in Phantom Thief. But the worst F level in the game is ironically an F tier, faster, and it is in 229th place, so the 6th worst level in the game. And that is just due to the fact that this level looks like it was put together in, like, I don't know, an hour. like maximum. Like, it's like, I don't know, it just feels so bland. It's boring. It doesn't do anything nearly as good as Neon or Dazzle was able to do. And quite frankly, the faster mechanic sucks. The other 2 levels that it was used in, well, you're going to see one of them next on the list for the worst. Literally the next letter. So, yeah, it just doesn't work. And I'm glad they ditched it after Christmas Gospel. But before we get to the worst GU level in the game, we have to talk about the best GU level in the game, which is pretty dang new. And that is Garoth in 39th place in the S tier. And I just love what they did with the eye mechanic and all of that. It's just so unique. Wow, okay. It looks like they also redid the glass tiling, which is interesting. That's new. Oh my god, what the... This is a glitch, guys. What? So, okay, somebody has to leave a comment about this, because, like, why is the comet-bound texture in Cthulhu's theme? That's interesting. Okay, wow, I'm just forgetting how to play this level. Wow, okay. So, yeah, that is a glitch. That's interesting, guys. Anyway, without talking about the glitch, it's very creative what they did with the eye thing, forcing you to get the eyes almost dying just to get, like, collectibles, which is very creative. Like, you have to think outside the box, which is very interesting. Also, the soundtrack has grown on me so much since it first released. Like, I was, like, initially, like, okay, it's just, like, mid. But, like, no, it's a banger. Don't know if it's as good as Fireworks soundtrack. It shouldn't have been in my top 15, but... Like, okay, this comet-bound texture thing is actually freaking me out. Like, this looks so cursed. Like, someone leave a comment about this, please. Like, I want people to be talking about that. Like, what is going on with this level? I need to check to see if Cthulhu has that, too. Kind of ruins the vibe of this level, not gonna lie. It's, like, so creepy here. Though with the music. It's like a build-up to the end, which is amazing. Love all of the crowns and gems in this level. It's so good. I'm like, oh my god, it looks so cursed. What is this? I have no idea why I just did that. Yeah, this entire thing looks so cursed. I'm glad we sang Garoth's theme for most of the level here. Yeah, overall, just a very solid level. Definitely going to stay in the S tier for quite a while because it just does everything correct. Yeah, that is Garoth with weird textures. Like, this is actually really cursing me. Like, this is freaking me out. Like, this is so cursed. Why? Like, how does this even happen? How does one do this? Someone's getting fired. Okay, guys, so this is Cthulhu, and I just wanted to point out that this is also a thing in Cthulhu. Okay, now we can talk about the worst G level in the game. Golden Christmas, 228th place, the 7th worst level in the game in F tier. Yeah, just like last time, the faster mechanic does not work here. It is just awful. Even this level's bonus is in F tier as well. Granted, we didn't see it because Clown Park also starts with a C, and it just happened to be worse. Yeah, honestly, soundtrack's really boring. Just a generic Jingle Bells remix. All the obstacles, very generic. This is definitely the worst year for Christmas. Levels in Rolling Sky. I wish we could get some better Christmas levels in the future. However, I feel like Minimax has just stopped doing them, which is kind of sad. But the best H level in the game is Hub in 18th place in the S tier. I don't see as much HUD hate as I used to, which is great because this is honestly a good level. I guess it just took people a little while to see how interesting the routing is. But it's supposed to represent a plumbing system, and I'll always stand by that. It's literally supposed to represent that. And also, we've been getting a lot of levels that are not in the correct difficulty anyway. This could probably be a 5-star, and people probably wouldn't be that mad at it. Like, Delight Tune is a 4-star, technically. So, like, yeah, we've been getting a lot of inaccurate level difficulties anyway, but I'm all for a 1-star level like Delight Tune. Yeah, the soundtrack is honestly goated, one of the best soundtracks in the game. Definitely still in my top 15 on like Fireworks. And I mean, you just gotta like, it's very learny level, but that's kind of what makes it fun, in my opinion. You shouldn't, like, a new player shouldn't just go into the 4-star category and be like, oh, I want to play this level called Hug. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna do that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but like, I don't know. This is honestly just a very fun level, one that you don't even need to come back to that often to remember the route. Like, this is my first time playing this level in probably the past 4 updates, and I still have gotten everything right. So like, I just kind of have muscle memory for it now, and it's honestly just very solid. And then there's like this section of the level where it's just like, don't hit anything, hit the second thing you see or something. Like, yeah, like just hit the second thing you see. That's basically this entire section of the level. And then once you know that, you're good, really, till the end. And then like, this is like, just don't hit anything, don't hit anything, don't hit anything, just don't hit anything. Here you want to hit this, but like, and same thing here, but yeah. And then like, you have all the crowns, and then you're basically done with the level. You got the column section. I also just love this blue color. It's so nice. Yeah, this level is just so much better than the Pipeline as well. So much more replayable, and I think that's why I like it a lot more. Pipeline is just so challenging, but this level, it's a nice one to come back to if you want to like see the obstacles and all that. But the worst H level in the game is Halloween Night in F tier, 225th place in the game. Yeah, that just has to do with the routing, the stupid portals, the decoration's kind of basic. 2018 was not the year for holiday levels. Like, the best holiday level in 2018 was Skeleton Party, which is a 1-star and in C tier. That's the criteria for 2018 holiday levels to beat. It's not that challenging. Yeah, this level is honestly just a flop because of the portals, in my opinion. The routing sucks. I really hate replaying this level, so yeah, I'm not going to even play it today, which thank God. Moving on to the best I level in the game, we have Interstellar Leap. And, I mean, it's in 8th place, S+ tier. One of the best levels in the game. Compared to its bonuses, yeah, they don't even stand a chance. Or not its bonuses, its other 2 counterpart levels, it doesn't stand a chance. This is like so much better. Even though it has mystery boxes, they're all really good. It's really chill. Soundtrack is one of the best in the game, and it's honestly just a banger all around. I was like binging this level when it first came out. I very much love this level. It is so peak. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this level. I've glazed this level quite a lot in the past. But the worst I level in the game is Illusion in E tier, 216th place in the game. I don't know, it's just boring. It's the first level in the game, and I know there's that nostalgia factor, but this level doesn't even give me that for some reason. I don't know why. Monody gives me more of a nostalgia factor. Granted, they were released like almost the exact same time, and I don't know, this level has an okay soundtrack. I guess it's the only thing saving it from F tier, and I don't know, just everything else is so bland about it. Okay, this is the worst best level in the game, if you know what I mean. The best J level in the game is Jack-O-Lantern in 170th place in the C tier. This is the best J level in the game. I do not want to play this level, guys. The only reason this is the best J level is because the only levels that it's up against is this level, Jungle Expedition, and Joker. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have to say anything else. Of the 3 of them, this is by far the best one. But, like, it's a 1-star, it's boring, it's way too long in my opinion, and yeah. And the worst J level is 213th place in E tier, Joker. It's, yeah. There's not a good J selection, guys. This level's theming is honestly just kind of bland in my opinion. I think Poker has the same issue because they're related. Yeah, I don't know. Routing sucks. Soundtrack is really repetitive in my opinion, although I think it is the only thing saving it because I do like anything past 55%. Random theme changes, which I get mad about quite a bit. Yeah, it's just kind of not a good level. And that's pretty much all I have to say about the J's, because the J's don't have a good selection. Luckily, we are back in the S tier with the K's. Kingdom War, 20th place and in the S tier. Yes, we love Kingdom War. This is the main level to Battle Bastion, and it does deliver. Not as much as Battle Bastion, but it does deliver. Soundtrack is honestly such a banger. It's like so tough. It's like more of a tough thing. It's just like tough. I love the obstacles. The theming of this is actually really cool. This is the 69th level in the game, so it's not as weird as Abyss Traps. Still a very solid level. And like the bass drop and all of that, obstacles, very solid. Love this level. I also love this level's weekly match. Not as much as the basketballs would, but this is just such an amazing level, and I don't really have too much more to say about it. I would come back to play it a lot. I love the collectibles. I love the crowns. I love like how they reused the wall climb ability from Monster Chorus, and everything they did here just worked really well. And this theme was honestly just quite long overdue for the time period of this game at that point. So yeah, very glad that this level's in the game, and very much an S tier level. The best L level in the game is Legendary Racing. I don't have much to choose from here. This is 61st place, and still in the S tier. It's just the second worst level in the S tier. Not bad. And it has the best Creo song in the game, for sure. Obstacles are very solid. After the retexture, it's a very solid level, honestly. I think its bonus is a lot better in Blazing Tracks, but this is not a horrible level. The beat drop's honestly really good, and like I said, with the retexture, this theme that I'm in right now has become phenomenally better than what it was initially. Yeah, I don't know. Very solid level. And I don't have too much more to say about it, considering this is definitely one of the more forgettable ones. But yeah, solid level, 61st place in the S tier, best L level in the game. Now let's see what the worst one is. But the worst L level in the game has to be Lost City in 211th place, and E tier, top of E tier, but still. Yeah, similarly to Alone 2, it struggles with almost the exact same things, with its routing, with its soundtrack. It's pretty bland. With the obstacles, I'm just not a fan, honestly, of the whole set. I mean, well, Venus is an exception, but like, yeah, just not that good, honestly. The best M level in the game is Magic House in 3rd place, the 3rd best level in the game, and S plus tier, obviously. This is such a goated level. Wow, I just died. This level has the least amount of collectibles in the game, only 10 gems, but every single gem feels like it has a purpose, and I love that. Also, soundtrack, one of the best in the game. I still don't know if, yeah, I think it's the best in the game. It's between this Time Memory and Sunshine Ocean and Delusion Circle, but and Battle Bastion, and there's so many good ones, honestly. It's hard to decide. I think this one definitely does ultimately have the best soundtrack. It's just so fun. Routing wise, it's a very good one to play if you want to practice your diagonal tile skills, especially if you want to get all the gems. Wow, okay. My fingers are a little stiff. It's hard to play with stiff fingers. Yeah, it's overall just a really fun one. It really, like, the magic aesthetic really does work, and even with Delusion Circle, it works as well. So, soundtrack sounds awesome. Love it. You're definitely going to see that one in my 2026 soundtrack ranking. Yeah, this is a hard gem. I think I just went over midair. That's funny. Yeah, I honestly just want to play this level all the way through, like, all the time. And normally if I just die, I'll just go out of the level, but it's a fun one to just play all the way through, especially when you haven't played it in a while. I just fluked that so hard. This part's interesting with all the, like, magic rings there. And it even reuses, like, invisibility and all that from previous levels. Honestly, just such a banger level. Routing is totally there. I've seen a little bit of hate towards the routing, but honestly, I feel like that's just a skill issue. Sorry to break it to you guys. I'll admit when I have a skill issue, and I have a skill issue on quite a few 6-star levels. So, and psychedelic music. But that's a different story. And then the ending here is just a nice little build-up. to the end, and yeah, I guess I could try to play it all the way through. I don't have too much more to say about this level, as considering I've said pretty much everything at this point. It's such a good level, very solid, and definitely one that I feel like a lot of people underrate pretty hard. However, the worst M level in the game is Mental Rave in 217th place in the E tier. And yeah, it's just a boring level, and that's pretty much all I have to say. Like, the reason it is here, it is boring. It is routed really boring. It is a forgettable 2017 level with a forgettable soundtrack, with a boring soundtrack, with boring everything. I just have to say it. Sorry, Mental Rave. The best N level in the game is Neon in 36th place and the S tier. An iconic level from the Cheetah Mobile era, probably in the entire game's era, in my opinion. I think it's one of the most iconic levels in the game, if not the most iconic. The flashing themes work so well here. I agree with Deck and Hugo on that, although disagree with most other things he has to say about changing themes. Yeah, this is honestly just such a fun and like solid level to come back to. It is very challenging, though, I will say. Compared to even Magic House, I'd say this level is probably a bit harder. It combines a lot of diagonal tiles, and oh my gosh, the third crown, it feels so good when you could actually get it. But like, this entire section requires a lot of practice, so I'd be prepared for that if you were trying to beat this level. Yeah, honestly, soundtrack too. Also, one of the most iconic soundtracks in the game. Not nearly as iconic as Fireworks. Shouldn't have been in my top 15. And overall, very, very solid level, and it deserves to be in the S tier. I remember I used to die at that part like all the time, like right back there with the wheels, and I don't know. I guess I'd just like, I don't even know. I couldn't swipe fast enough. And all the crowns are at the end, too, which really does help you. If you want to, like, practice crowns, you could just die over and over again at 80% with the infinite life and just practice. Because the first... I guess you don't get the full extent of the first crown. Yeah, I don't think you can get the first crown. But other than that, I mean, you could practice the other two. Oh, yeah, they moved up the checkpoint. Yeah, okay, they changed that recently. Yeah, that crown's fun. And then there's this thing. I'm going to try. Yeah, okay, I missed it. Like, it's very challenging, but overall, a very solid level, very fun one. But the worst N level in the game is Naval Battle in 232nd place and F tier. This is the third worst level in the game. Yeah, I really just hate this one. Like, for its routing, it's awful. Its theming is awful. Its soundtrack is pretty awful. Everything's pretty awful. I would recommend not playing this level after you beat it. I don't think I have. I wouldn't even recommend unlocking it. I have done that. Don't know why. But yeah, just such a bad level. The best O level in the game is, I mean, technically one up. One up in 35th place, one spot above Neon on the tier list, in S tier as well. Yeah, this level is a banger. Compared to 8-bits, which this level... or that's this level's bonus, which was the worst E level. This is the best O level, so they did something wrong in that level. I don't know what, but they did some like everything right here. The routing is on point. The soundtrack they picked was definitely on point. Another F777 soundtrack, although this one is a much better choice. And they picked a very new version of this song. It might have been made just for this level because it's called 2017 version. This level came out in 2017. One of the hardest 5-stars in the game, but it's also very fun. This is the level that I practiced to like get good at mystery boxes. And like, I know how to get every single mystery box in this level like really well because I just practiced and practiced on this level, and I'm glad that I did because it's very useful skill. So yeah, this level is very good at like introducing mystery boxes. Ironically, for it being a very challenging 5-star. You also have to memorize the paths of that. I almost messed up on there. It's honestly just a fun one to play, especially since it's so hard in its route. Also a good one to practice for diagonal tiles, especially at the end here. And that's pretty challenging. You'll see that pattern a lot in anniversary levels. Good to get used to that. And the soundtrack at the end is even more of a banger. Like, I don't know, like the drum beat just really works here. It just sounds really good. So yeah, that is one up, and that is why it is the best O level in the game. and I guess the best number level as well. The worst O level in the game is actually our first co-creation on this entire list. Observatory, in 149th place in C tier. The worst O level is only in C tier. That's kind of insane, because the other two were Out of Control and Otherworld, and those are both A tier. Or no, Otherworld is B tier, but like, still. This level is just, it didn't go up to my expectations. I think they routed it okay, but like I think there's stuff cut out of the concepts that should have been kept in, and they just weren't, so that's why it's down here. Our best P level is Polar Night Wandering V1, which I can't play, so I'll just put the screenshot up here. It's not this version. It's the initial version made by Declan Hugo. It was a very fun level, and I mean, the music, I mean, this goes to the same, because, you know, music and decoration is the same for V2, but it's insane, like, insanely good. So yeah, love everything that was there. Really sad that it got removed. The drama and controversy behind that is a whole other thing. But yeah, very good level. And the worst P level in the game is Pirate Ship. In 230th place, the 5th worst level in the game, and F tier. This level, just like Naval Battle, does not do like anything right. Its route is pretty sucky, and it, like, the soundtrack is probably the only redeeming quality, but it's still not even that good. So for all those reasons, Pirate Shit is in 230th place. There are no levels beginning with Q, so we will move to R for Rhythm Party, where it gets 34th place and S tier. Now, I would never call this level Rhythm Party. It will forever, to me, be called Beat Party. However, I'm just going to go off of names in-game because it makes it a lot easier for me, and also it means I get to play this level again and feature it on this list. So, I'm not complaining about that. I very much love this level significantly more than Psychedelic Music. I just love the soundtrack, like, significantly more. And like I said, I'm a sucker for 5-star bonuses. Definitely a very good S tier level here. And one of the best Cheetah Mobile era levels, like, in my opinion. I don't know, something just really worked here. A lot of people know Psychedelic Music as being the better level, but I feel like, in my opinion, this one just does everything a lot more. I also just love the pink theme, like pink and blue, just color-wise, a lot more. And this part of the soundtrack is just such a banger. There's so much about this level that I could literally just keep going and be like, oh yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Like, it's just, everything's good. Like, I don't even have any issues with this level. I just think that, like, it's worse than 33 other levels. I don't know. I mean, maybe you could argue that, like, the collectibles could be better. I don't know. Decoration, I guess, would be my main issue if I had to pick one, but I still love all of the decoration in this level. It's just like, okay, it's 34th place. It's one above, one up, just like we recently talked about. Oh yeah, that gem. That'd be my issue. Yeah, I do hate that gem. But other than that, like, really solid level. Love the level. Really good. S tier. However, the worst R level in the game is Revival in 190th place in the D tier. And yeah, I mean, the boxes certainly kill this level in my opinion. Soundtrack is good because, you know, it's Nirvana's soundtrack, and obstacles are good because, you know, it's Nirvana's obstacles. However, this level itself, it just doesn't do that well, and route-wise, I think that just is what kills it for me. Our first co-creation level that I actually get to play, this list, we have Sunshine Ocean, the best S level in the game, and it is 4th best level in the game, and in S plus tier, obviously. This has one of the best soundtracks in the game, and not only that, it is routed very, very well. Like, honestly, the soundtrack is so peak. The person that composed it, I can't pronounce their name. They did a bunch of others. They did a few other soundtracks for the game, one more recently as well, and it also sounded really good. I forget what soundtrack it was, but I know it. I liked it. Yeah. This is such a fun level for me to come back to as well. All of the sea levels in this game, with the exception of Tsunami, are just really good. Or if you count Lighthouse Alley, that would also be an exception. Love the theming, love the, like, bubbles and all of that. I don't have too much more to say about this level. I've already glazed it quite a bit, just like Interstellar Leap, but yeah, very peak level. Our first of 2 fan-made levels on this list, we have Successful Person in 220th place in the E tier. This is the second worst fan-made in the game, and we will see the worst fan-made in the game next. It's just boring. It was a horrible fan-made choice. Like, we had 10 fan-mades to choose from, and you chose this one. At least the worst fan-made in the game I could, like, hate on. I can't even hate on this. Like, there's nothing to hate on. Like, it's just so boring. Yeah, that's what I have to say about Successful Person. Like, unsuccessful person, yeah. Whatever. The best TU level is, without a doubt, Time Memory. The second best level in the game. Obviously an S+ tier. I haven't really explained too much as to why I like this level. I've only done a 10-minute deeper dive on it and a brief mention in my all S tier video. Granted, I think the 10-minute deeper dive does it. The way they start this level is very, like, perfect. They start it in Massive, which is amazing. And then, I think the mystery boxes aren't even that bad. Compared to Trailblaze, I think this level is significantly better. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, this level is significantly better than Trailblaze. In my opinion, it's easier, but a lot of people disagree with me on that. I don't know, I think they did everything right in this. The soundtrack, to the route, to the box routes, to, like, everything. Just done perfectly here. So, yeah, it's gonna get the best T. However, on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, like literally symmetrically opposite, we have the basketball in 233rd place in F tier, the second worst level in the game. Time Memory was the second best. This is the second worst. Man, I wish this level could get a weekly match so I could destroy it, devil emoji. But this level sucks. The routing is awful. The crowns literally, like, make me want to, like stab someone. Like, it's this. They are not fun. Like, I really hate the crown. I really hate this level. NH3_RX. Please never route again. This was awful. I hate this level. We really wasted a slot on this. Come on. The best and the worst U level, I guess, is Unlock the Future, because there's only one U level in the game, and it's just this one. It's in 63rd place, it's in 62nd place, if anyone wondered, and it's in the S tier. It is the bottom of the S tier. It's a very fun level. I love the soundtrack. My gripe with it is that it's like I don't know, sometimes the routing is just weird, and the color is ugly, in my opinion, of the main theme. I don't have much to say about this level. I mean, like, it's the worst and the best. It's the only one. The only level on this list in B tier, we have Venus in 108th place, the second highest B tier. I've recently moved this down, like, today, into B tier. And literally on my spreadsheet, it still says 94th place in A tier. So, yeah. Not to say this level is bad. Certainly of the options I had to choose from, this was the best one, although Volcano was close. It has a good soundtrack, and the routing is okay. It definitely didn't screw up nearly as much as Lost City and Alone 2. It is saving their level average, that's for sure. It's kind of boring, though. It's a 1 star. That's definitely my gripe with it. But it's decent. It's decent, for sure. Much better than the other two. And that's pretty much all I have to say, because this is definitely a very boring level. This level is so forgettable that I forgot we had a third fan-made on this list. In 201st place and the D tier, we have Virtual Futuristic Network, or VFN. This level, it's forgettable. It's literally one of the most forgettable levels in my game, in my opinion, because the theme is so generic. Like, this is one of the most generic themes I think I've ever seen. I'm not mad that we're wasting a fan-made slot on this, though, because I do think it's not horrible. It's just pretty bad. The routing is okay. This part of the soundtrack hurts my ears. I think the soundtrack is honestly not even that good, other than the part where, like, after this part, that's the only good part of the soundtrack. And yeah, it's just a pretty bad V level, so it gets that title of worst V. our final letter of today, W, because there are no X, Y, or Z levels in the game. We have Westland is the best W level in 59th place, or 58th place. No, it's 59th place. 59th place in the S tier. I forgot about Celestial Volt, and then I realized it didn't matter. Yeah, this level is very good. It has amazing theming, and like the mine cart theme was insane when I first played it. Like, I was losing my mind when I first saw that, because that was not even like teased anywhere. So that was brand new to me. The soundtrack is pretty okay. It's the second best Griot song in the game, or in my opinion. I like Legendary Racing a little bit more. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this level. Honestly, it's just a solid S tier level, and yeah, that's it. Lastly, for this video, we have World Cup in 164th place in the C tier. Not that bad. There's just not a lot of W options. I mean, Wasteland Wild Sand is coming out next Friday, so well, who knows where that'll go. But yeah. On a side note, who else remembers when this was the hardest 5-star in the game? Now it's 39 out of 46. It's crazy. This is another great level if you want to practice diagonal tiles. However, I think it's just kind of generic. It's forgettable, but it's still there. I mean, it's in C tier. It's not horrible. It's just like, it's there, you know? Very forgettable level. But that is going to do it for today's video, guys. A very long one, but I wanted to cover quite a bit of levels. The next special video that you'll hear from me will be my yearly level ranking, so be on the lookout for that one. That will be coming out after the second to last update, so the 1st December update. I will be missing 2 levels, but like, I was missing 2 last year, so it didn't matter. I'll see you guys in the next video.